Welcome back to Adventure Repeats. Glad to see you here. So we're talking about steering stabilizers. A lot of people always wonder, does my new GM HD truck actually need one or not? And that can depend on a lot of different things like tire size, the type of tire you use, driving conditions, and general terrain that your truck is in. So now as a preface, this will not fix worn out steering components, bad alignment, or unbalanced tire issues that your truck may or may not have. So you always want to make sure everything is in working order before you try to step to this to solve those problems. So what is a steering stabilizer? Simply with this diagram, you have the IFS system, tires, control arm, steering knuckle. You have your steering rack right here, and it is a horizontal shock absorber that mounts to the steering rack and to your frame to help dampen any sudden steering kickback that you hit from bumps, things like that, any small oscillations or death wobble that you may have, that some people even talk about with death wobble, and everything shakes violently, and any kind of road feedback that you may have in the steering wheel between road conditions, different things you travel, and different highways, bumps, rocks, anything like that. So that's essentially what a steering stabilizer is and what it does. Now, it's very common with these trucks to go to either a larger tire size or a more aggressive tire itself. When you do that, you do increase your rotating mass, which is going to end up having more highway wander and things like that at the very high highway speeds. And you can also have more leverage on your components, which is going to end up having more steering wheel feedback, more bump steer, things like that, because it's a bigger surface to start grabbing onto more things and push it back in your steering wheel because they now weigh more, so there's more velocity and inertia to that, along with more steering wheel feedback, just general feedback anyways, because the tires have more mass, they're a little bit harder to balance, so you're going to feel a little bit of it inside the steering wheel without a steering stabilizer. Now, as a note, everything increases with wheel offset, so the more of the dish that you have in the wheel, which puts the tire and wheel further offset from the knuckle, the more it's all going to increase across everything. For all these problems are going to increase everything more, and you're going to feel it more in the steering wheel as well. If you're seeing a lot of highway wander, especially on those long highway drives where you're really putting in hours, like I just put in 1,000 miles in one day, you kind of start to notice your constant small steering input, especially when you're just kind of going back and forth. You really actually start to pay attention and notice how much you're actually adjusting the steering wheel. So if you have a truck that doesn't have it, you'll still really start to feel this when you really put the road hours in. And sometimes the truck feeling slightly loose. As you're at those highway speeds, it just feels like it's kind of always flowing. It never feels like it's planned. It never feels like it's there and the steering is tight. That is a very common thing you have if you need a steering stabilizer on your truck. But you always want to verify that is not due to worn out parts. So do a front end shakedown, just verify everything is working properly, nothing is loose. So you don't have a problem like that just due to a failing part. So always check that. Like my truck, everything's nice and tight. It did always have a lot of wander and always felt loose while I was driving on the highway, especially for long distances, and I really got to be tired and really started to notice how much it moved around. And if you spend any amount of time off-road or you drive down a bunch of rough roads and you just get tired dealing with potholes, you always notice you get steering kickback or steering jerk. So if you're just driving down the road and feel that kind of thing and you really hate that, that is a good key indicator that you're going to want a steering stabilizer on your truck. If you're not spending a lot of time on those, maybe not a big deal, but I do, and I really noticed it, and that was something I always hated with my new truck. A few exceptions to it for people that may actually not need a steering stabilizer in their truck is if you're keeping the stock tire size, you're really not getting too aggressive with it. You're really not going to have the steering feedback or steering issues, so it may not be a big deal. If you're doing a lot of general driving, kind of basically a daily driver going back and forth to work, you're not spending a lot of highway miles on it, you're really just kind of doing weekend warrior stuff and really just short commutes most days, it may not be needed as well. I mean, honestly, I put 32,000 miles on my truck before I did my upgrade on it, and I really like it, but it wasn't like it was a big deal. It was something I can overcome. And honestly, GM's been doing it without them for almost 10 years now. And if they really needed it with the system, with enough feedback from a lot of people, they would have put it back in there as well. So honestly, even GM decided for as the truck is in stock configuration where they don't do much, it's not really that required either. So if you do decide to get one for your truck, where do you get one? Now, there is plenty of kits that are on the market itself, and I'm going to leave a link in the description for a good one that I found most people seem to like to use, and it works well for them. And if you don't want to just buy one, you can make one. I also have a video up on how to make your own. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description for that as well. And if you just buy a simple kit, they're easy to put on. It takes about like an hour of your time. Making one takes a couple more hours, but it saves you some money as well and allows you to get better quality parts for stabilizers and things like that. And that's all covered in my video on how to make one yourself. So I'll make sure to leave a link in the description for both of those as well for you to do yourself. My real world experience, I've got 32,000 miles on the truck before this stabilizer was installed. I put in a lot of road miles, and I'd put 1,000 miles in one day and 2,000 miles within 7. And I tend to find myself, it was very loose. It had a lot of loose driving, but at highway speeds it was fine, it was comfortable, but I always had to keep a hand on the steering wheel. There was no way I could ever take my hand off the steering wheel because any kind of road change, debris, if you hit the middle of the road, sometimes it just always wanted to pull. Off-road use, I always had a lot of bump steer. And it was fine. It was a new truck. It wasn't a big deal, but the more I spent time with it, the more I was like, I can do better than this. I know what it should feel like and things like that. So I put one on. It's actually a night and day difference in how this truck drives and how this truck handles. Now, when you drive, the steering wheel feels more planted, feels more secure, and you can let go of it, and you don't have to worry about the road bumps. And as you're driving, what used to have steering wheel feedback, and you kind of feel your hand move a little bit and make slight adjustments as you're driving, or even just general wander, it doesn't have it anymore. And potholes and in the rough back roads, things like that, there's almost no bump steer at all. You can feel the truck shake and the whole body move, but you're not feeling it in the steering wheel anymore. So that's a really nice thing. It's going to take a lot of wear and tear off my steering box and things like that, and other steering components, because they're going to be staying in place. They're not moving as much. And general off-road use, I don't have any bump steer really. It's made life a lot easier, and it's easier just to drive and handle just general situations. It's actually been a weird feeling to not have it pushing the steering wheel around. The steering wheel feels just a little bit heavier, almost, I guess is one way to explain it. Feels more planted, more secure, and just more stable as the truck drives. So it's actually really cool. It's been a good improvement for me. I'm really happy I did this upgrade. So if you want to do it yourself, all the links you're going to ever need are in the description as well. And hopefully you can like the video. Comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you hear about. Tell us if you did one and how much you like it or don't like it as well. And as always, subscribe. We got a great content coming, a lot of great content on the channel, so be sure to check it out. And remember to have a great adventure.